Hello students, welcome back to the economics class of plus 2 standard. As we were working with lesson number 5, supply and elasticity of supply. Already we have discussed in this chapter meaning of supply, difference between supply and stock, factors affecting supply, supply function, law of supply, change in supply, elasticity of supply. Today we will discuss causes that lead to change in supply, price elasticity of supply with percentage method and geometric method. Students, there are different commodities in the market that can satisfy the consumer's want. So there are different commodities like eatables, snacks, shoes, dresses, fruits, cars, washing machines, refrigerators, AC, pen, pencil, furniture, and number of other things are there in the market that are used by the consumers. Here the consumer is a person who is using the things to satisfy their wants. So these commodities are supplied by the supplier. Supply or intended supply refers to the quantity of a commodity offered for sale at different prices during a given time period. So supply of a commodity is influenced by a number of factors like price of a commodity, like we have taken Sonalika tractors, and the price of other commodities like tires, tubes, seat covers, etc., and the price of the related commodities Mahindra and Mahindra tractors. These are known as determinants of supply. By putting together the various determinants, we construct the supply function. As the price of the commodity, that is Sonalika tractors, will rise, the supply of that commodity, that is Sonalika tractor, will also rise. So the quantity supplied bears a direct relationship to the price of a commodity. As the price will increase, in the same way quantity supply will also increase. So this is what the law of supply states. Elasticity of supply is the responsiveness of quantity supplied to a change in the price of a commodity. Let us discuss some important key terms related to the topic, that is decrease in supply, tax, and elasticity of supply. Firstly, decrease in supply. A decrease in supply occurs because of a change in any determinant. Maybe technological progress it is there, input prices it is like wages, number of producers and in the market, and the change in the government policy, that is taxes and subsidies of the supply other than the price of a commodity. Next one is tax. Suppose Mr. B is earning 3 lakh per annum and he has to pay 10% tax on his income according to the tax norms. So he will pay 30,000 to the central government. So a tax is a compulsory condition levied on the wealth of an individual by the government of a country without reference to any benefit. A rich person cannot claim that he would not pay taxes to support the government schools because he has no children. Next one is elasticity of supply. Suppose a producer is willing to supply 100 quintals of wheat at price of rupees 600 per quintal. If the price increases to rupees 660 per quintal, he is willing to supply 125 quintals of wheat. Now we have to calculate the elasticity of supply of wheat, means how much changes will be there with the change in the price. Previously we were having quantity of wheat, that is 100 quintals, and price was rupees 600, and when the price increased from 600 to 660, producer is ready to sell wheat worth 125 quintals in the market. Now how much change it is there in the quantity supply, that is 125 minus 100, it is equals to 25. So delta Q means there is a change in quantity supplied due to the change in price. Change in price, it is represented with delta P. 660 minus 600, it is equals to rupees 60. So change in the price, that is rupees 60. Now elasticity of supply, how we can calculate, that is change in the quantity supplied divided by the change in the price of the commodity multiplied by price of the commodity and divided by the quantity of the commodity. Here P is the original price and Q is the original quantity. Now change in quantity, that was we have calculated 25, and change in price it is 60 multiplied by original price that was of 600 and original quantity was of 100. Now next one is, it is after calculation we will get 2.5. Now next one is elasticity of price, it is equals to 2.5. It means that if the price of wheat goes up by 1%, supply of wheat will increase by 5%, 2.5%. So elasticity of supply is a percentage change in the quantity supplied divided by the percentage change in price. Next one is causes behind the shift in the supply curve. Determinants of shift in supply other than the prices of the goods. First one is state of technology, prices of relevant resources, prices of alternative goods, producers' expectations and the number of producers in the market. First one is change in the technology can mean an increase in supply. A more efficient technology like high technology microwave oven is invented. Production cost fall. Suppliers will be more willing and more able to supply the good. Rightward shift of the supply curve, that is from S to S prime, and the result is more is supplied at each possible price. Next one is change in the prices of relevant resources. For example, if the price of mozzarella cheese falls, the cost of pizza production will decline. Relevant resources are the resources that are employed in the production of the good in question. Conversely, if the price of some relevant resources increase, the supply will decrease. Next one is prices of alternative goods. For example, as the price of bread increases, so does the opportunity cost of producing pizza and the supply of pizza declines. Alternative goods are those that are used some of the same resources employed to produce the good under consideration. Conversely, a fall in the price of an alternative good makes pizza production more profitable and supply increases. Next one is number of producers. In the mid 1990s, there were only two companies offering cell phone services, namely Airtel and Esa. Initially, the charges for outgoing calls were about rupees 18 per minute. But now, some firms such as BSNL, MTNL, Idea, Reliance, Tata Indicom, etc. have entered the market. As a result, the rates have substantially come down. Since the market supply sums the amounts supplied at each price by all producers, the market supply depends on the number of producers in the market. If that number increases, the supply increases. If the number of producers decreases, supply decreases. Now next one is we will discuss the differentiate between movement along the supply curve and shift of the supply curve. Movement along the supply curve. Definition: a change in quantity supplied due to change in commodity's own price. Say the price of shirt increase from rupees 100 to 150. As the price increases, the supply of shirt will also increase. So positive relationship and upward sloping supply curve from origin to upward. Now next one is shift of the supply curve. Change in supply of a commodity, say shirts, at a given price rupees 100. At a given price rupees 100 per shirt, previously the producer was ready to sell 200 shirts per day. But now due to the change in fashion, producer now want to increase the sale of t-shirts from 200 to 250 at price rupees 100 each. Means price remains the same but the supply will increase. Next one is increase price, a movement from the left of the right and increase in the supply at each possible price. Expansion in the quantity supplied due to an increase in the price of the commodity. Now under the shift of the supply curve, a rightward shift of the supply curve implies an increase in the price of the commodity. Here means price will remain the same but the supply of the commodity will shift towards the substitute good. Now next one is fall in the price. Under the movement along the supply curve, a movement from the right of the left in the quantity supplied due to a fall in the price of a commodity. Under the shift of the supply curve, a leftward shift of the supply curve in place along the supply curve indicates a contraction, a decrease in supply at each possible price. Next one is other factors. All factors except the price of the commodity are assumed to remain unchanged. But under the shift of the supply curve, given the price of a commodity, all factors such as input prices, technology, government policy, etc. are assumed to be flexible, means they can change. Next one is price of a commodity. Price of a commodity under the movement along the supply curve affects its quantity supplied, means here price vary accordingly, quantity supplied will also vary positively. But under the shift of the supply curve, supply affects the price. Now next one is differentiate between expansion in supply and increase in supply. Under the expansion in supply, first of all definition, upward movement on a supply curve. Upward movement of a supply curve means that with the increase in the price or decrease in the price, accordingly quantity supplied will also increase or decrease. Under the increase in supply means there is a shift in supply, means the whole supply curve have shifted to the left side or right side. If it will be shifted towards the right side, it means that there is increase in supply. And in the same way, under the expansion in the supply, upward movement means increase in prices, accordingly increase in the quantity supplied. Next one is increased price, a larger quantity supplied at a higher price. Under the increase in supply, a larger quantity it is supplied at each price. Expansion. Under the expansion in supply, expansion is due to the rise in the commodity's own price, and under the increase in supply results from the changes in the factors like fashion, taste, technology, government policy and other than the commodity's own price. Under the expansion in supply, other factors are there like price of a commodity changes and the other factors remain constant. While under the increase in supply, the producer is under the influence of other factors like fashion, taste, technology, government policy, etc. Next one is differentiate between contraction in supply and decrease in supply. Under the contraction in supply, first of all definition it is there, downward movement on a supply curve, means if the prices will decrease, accordingly the supply of a commodity will also decrease. And under the decrease in supply and decrease in the supply means that the whole supply curve shifted towards the left side. Next one is decreased price. Under the contraction in supply, lesser quantity is supplied at a lower price, and under the decrease in supply, a lesser quantity is supplied at each possible price. Next one is contraction. Contraction is due to fall in commodities on price, and increase in supply results from changes in the factors other than commodities own price under the decrease in supply curve. Now next one is under the contraction in supply, other factors means price of the commodity changes and the other factors remain constant. But under the decrease in the supply, the producer is under the influence of the other factors like government policy, fashion, taste and preferences, etc. Next one is distinction between decrease in supply and contraction in supply. When the producer decides to offer lesser quantity of a commodity, say shirts, because of fall in its price, there is a contraction in supply of commodity of that is shirts. A decrease in supply occurs when the producer offers lower quantity or the same quantity at a higher price. Next one is main distinction between the increase in supply and expansion in supply. An increase in the price of a commodity, say shirts, induces a producer to offer larger quantity of a commodity for sale. This is expansion in supply. Increase in supply occurs when a seller is willing to sell more quantity or he is willing to sell same quantity at lower price. Next one is elasticity of supply. In case of substitute goods like sugar and jaggery, tea and coffee, these are the examples of substitute goods. Coke and Pepsi. Now if the price of sugar increase from rupees 50 kg to rupees 55 kg while the price of jaggery remains unchanged, that is rupees 50 per kg, it will affect the supply for sugar positively. Producer will prefer more supply of sugar in place of jaggery due to rise in the price of sugar. The reason is this one, that producer's motives always to earn maximum profit. So producer will business for that commodity in which the profit will be more, and the profit will be more only if the commodity it is at a higher price level. From the diagram also you can see on the y-axis we have measured the price and on the x-axis we have measured the quantity. See, with the increase in the price of a commodity from rupees 4 to rupees 6, what happened? At rupees 4 the quantity supplied was 30 units, and when the price increased from rupees 4 to 6, the quantity supplied it is 40, means increase in the quantity supplied, but how much it is? Little effect on the quantity supplied with a bigger rise in the price of the commodity. So it means that is there is a lesser changes in the supply of a commodity with the change in price, and here is the opposite case, it is there, means more changes are there. Next one is in the same way the producer can earn more profit. This law of supply tells us about the direction of change in supply as a result of change in price, but does not tell us about the degree of change in the response to the change in price. So elasticity of supply means a measure of the degree of responsiveness of supply to a change in price. Measurement of elasticity of supply. Elasticity of supply can be measured by the following two methods. First one is percentage method and second one is geometric method. Percentage method. According to percentage method, elasticity of supply is measured as the ratio of percentage change in the quantity supplied and percentage change in price. To measure price elasticity of supply, we use the following formula. First one is elasticity of supply, it is equals to percentage change in quantity supplied divided by the percentage change in the price. Elasticity of supply, it is equals to delta Q, means percentage change in quantity supplied divided by the delta P, that is change in the price, multiplied by the original price divided by the original quantity. Now delta Q, it is a change in quantity, delta P, it is a change in price, P is the original price and Q is the original quantity. Suppose a producer is willing to supply 100 quintals of wheat at a price of rupees 600 per quintal. If the price increases to rupees 660 per quintal, he is willing to supply 125 quintals of wheat. Now we have to calculate the elasticity of supply of wheat. Now here original quantity at original price rupees 600, it is equals to 100 quintals, and with the rise in prices to 660, quantity supplied in the market also increased to 125 quintals. Now change in quantity, that is 25 quintals, and change in price, that is rupees 60. So elasticity we will calculate with the formula delta Q upon delta P multiplied by P upon Q. Delta Q it is calculated 25 and delta P is 60, and original price, that is 600, and original quantity, that is 100. After the calculation you will get the answer 2.5. Here the elasticity of price, it is 2.5, means that if the price of wheat goes up by 1%, the supply of wheat will increase by 2.5%. If the quantity supplied increased by 15% in response to a 15% increase in price, what is the nature of elasticity of supply? What you can say about this one? Students, the meaning of this is the supply of a commodity would be said to be unit elastic. As elasticity of supply, it is equals to percentage change in quantity supplied divided by the percentage change in price. Here percentage change in quantity supplied, that is also 15, and percentage change in the price also, that is 15. So 15 divided by 15, it is equals to 1. Now next one is, suppose when the price of a doll, it is rupees 4, and a doll maker supplies 8 dolls per day. If the price rises to rupees 5 per doll, he is willing to supply 10 dolls per day. What is the price elasticity of supply of dolls? Solution is, you know the formula elasticity of supply, that is delta Q upon delta P multiplied by P upon Q. Now putting the given values, we get delta Q, it is 2 upon 1, and P upon Q, that is 4 upon Q, it is 8. P is the original price, and original price of dolls, it is 4. So I have put 4 here, and original supply of dolls, that is quantity, it is equals to 8, and I have put it here 8. Now how you can calculate delta Q? Delta Q, it is 2, because previously the supply of dolls was 8 and now the supply of dolls, it is 10. So 10 minus 8 will give you 2, and delta P, that is 5 minus 4, will give you 1, and after calculation you will get the answer 1. This means the price elasticity of supply of dolls is unit elastic. A 25% increase in the price will result in a 25% increase in the quantity supplied. Next one is, next numerical example, a seller of potatoes sells 80 quintals a day. When the price of potatoes, it was rupees 4 per kg. The elasticity of supply of potatoes, it is 2. How much quantity will this seller supply when the price rises to rupees 5 kg? Now here we have given ES, it is equals to delta Q upon delta P multiplied by P upon Q. This is a formula that we have to apply in this numerical. Now price, it is given, original price, it is rupees 4, and the changed price, it is rupees 5. Next one is quantity on the original price, that is supplied in the market 80 quintals, and delta Q, it is not given, because how much quantity will the seller supply at the price rises to rupees 5 per kg. So delta Q we have to calculate. Now we have given 80 quintals and the price, it is according to the kg. So we will convert the 80 quintals into kg, that is 8000 kg. Now we have calculated delta P, it is equals to 1. Put the values delta Q as it is upon delta P, value it is 1, P it is 4, original price it is 4, I have put it here, and the original quantity it is 80 quintal means 8000 kg. Now keep the delta Q on one side and shift the values to the another side. 8000 multiplied by 2 means 16,000 divided by 4. Now after the calculation you will get delta Q it is equals to 4000. So the seller will sell Q1 it is equals to 8000 plus 4000 it is equals to 12,000 kg or 120 quintals of potatoes at price rupees 5 kg. Now next one is, next example, price elasticity of a good is 5. Now here we have given the price elasticity, that is 5. A producer sells 500 units of a good at rupees 5 per unit. Now original P it is, original price it is rupees 5 and the original quantity Q it is equals to 500 units. How much will he be willing to sell at price of rupees 6? Now increased price, that is new price 6, and the change in quantity it is not given. So we have to calculate with the given figures, that is ES it is equals to 5, elasticity of supply it is equals to 5, it is given. Price also given, original price and original quantity also given 500 units and original price it is rupees 5. Now P1 also given, that is rupees 6 and delta P it is equals to P1 minus P, 6 minus 5 rupees 1. Now delta Q and Q1 we have to calculate. Now apply the, fill the values. ES 5, delta Q as it is we will write because we are not having any value for delta Q. Delta P it is 1 and P it is 5 and Q it is equals to 500. So after the calculation we have to solve. 500 multiplied by 5 it is equals to 5 into delta Q. Now delta Q it is equals to 500 divided by 5 multiplied by 5, 5 cancel, so we will get the value of delta Q it is equals to 500. So at rupees 6 producer will be willing to sell 500 plus 500 it is equals to 1000 units. So Q1 it is equals to 1000 units. Now next one is, next numerical, what is likely effect on the price elasticity supply of a good if a unit tax it is imposed on that good. We have given total revenue it is equals to 4, price it is equals to 2 and the initial quantity we have given 200 units. New price P1 it is equals to 3 and delta P, from here we can calculate 3 minus 2. New price minus old price it is, when we will deduct we will get rupee 1. So delta P, change in price it is equals to rupee 1. Now new quantity it is equals to 300 units and delta Q it is equals to Q1 minus Q, 300 minus 200 initial quantity at price rupees 2. We will get delta Q it is equals to 100 units. Now apply these values. 100 delta Q, 100 divided by 1, that is delta P, multiplied by original price 2 divided by 200. After calculation we will get 1. So elasticity of supply it is equals to 1. It means that if unit tax will be imposed on the good, the price elasticity supply of that commodity will be equals to unity. Next numerical is, the market price of a good changes from rupees 5 to rupees 20. As a result, the quantity supplied by a firm increases by 15 units. The price elasticity of the firm's elasticity curve is 0.5. We have to find the initial and the final output levels of the firm. Solution is, you know the formula, delta Q upon delta P multiplied by P upon Q. Here P it is equals to given rupees 5. Q we have to calculate. And the delta Q it is 15 units given because he is saying that as a result the quantity supplied by a firm increases by 15 units. So it means that this is the value of delta Q, change in quantity. And delta P it is 20 minus 5, we will get rupees 15. This is the old price and this is the increased price. He is saying that the market price of a good changes from rupees 5 to rupees 20. Now next one is elasticity of supply. It is also given. The price elasticity of the firm supply curve is 0.5. So it is also given. Now fill the values in the formula. Elasticity 0.5, delta Q 15, delta P also 15 we have calculated here, multiplied by 5. This is the 5 divided by X, because Q it is not given. Now next one is, after the simplification we will get the value of X. It is equals to 75 divided by 7.5. The initial output, that is equals to 10 units. The final output, it is equals to 10 plus delta Q. It is equals to 10 plus 15. Delta Q value it is given, that is 15. So it is equals to 25. So final output it is equals to 25 units. Now next one is other numerical. At the market price of rupees 10, a firm supplies 4 units of output. The market price increases to rupees 30. The price elasticity of the firm's supply is 1.25. What quantity will the firm supply at the new price? We have given price 10, quantity 4 units, new price rupees 30. From here we can calculate delta P, that is equals to rupees 20, and the elasticity of supply also given 1.25. Now put the values in the formula. We will get X, it is equals to 10. As delta Q we have to find out. Now X is the value of the change in the quantity supplied. Now new output will be equals to initial output plus change in the quantity supplied. It is equals to 4 plus 10 equals to 14. So what quantity will the firm supply at the new price? That is 14 units. Now next one is geometric or the point method. According to the geometric method, elasticity is measured at a given point on the supply curve. This method is also known as point method. Here you can see that this is your supply curve. On this upward sloping supply curve, on any point we can measure the elasticity of a commodity. Next one is, our question is, prove that the elasticity of supply on the entire range of the supply curve that originate from the point of origin will be unity. Solution here, triangle, this triangle I have used here, it means that change in price or the change in quantity. There are two triangles. First one is OAT and the second one is ABC. Now next one is, one has sides, that is OAT is having sides P and Q and the supply curve, and the another triangle, that is ABC, having sides delta P and delta Q and the upward sloping supply curve SS. Now both these triangles are similar. It means that ratio of their sides are equal, that is P upon Q, that is this one, this P upon Q, it is equals to delta P upon delta Q. Now elasticity of supply, you know the formula, delta Q upon delta P multiplied by P upon Q. Suppose this is your first equation. Now substituting the values of this equality, delta Q upon delta P, it is equals to P upon Q. You put the values P upon Q multiplied by P upon Q. After cutting you will get 1. In the same way, if you will change the delta Q upon delta P, again you will get equals to 1. So this means, this proves that the elasticity of supply on the entire range of a supply curve that originate from the point of origin will be unity. Next one is, show that the elasticity of supply of a straight line supply curve, that is cutting y axis, has greater than unit elasticity. Suppose the supply curve, we know that it originates from the origin, it starts from the origin. If we extend this supply curve AB, the supply curve to meet x-axis at point R. Now you have to take 2 points on the supply curve, that is I have taken here L and K on the supply curve, which corresponds to the OP, that this is OP and OP1 prices. Now you know the formula, that is elasticity of supply, it is equals to delta Q upon delta P multiplied by P upon Q. So this delta Q, it is equals to QQ1. Now put the value of delta Q here, QQ1, divided by delta P value, that is PP1, multiplied by the value of P, it is OP, divided by the value of Q, it is OQ. Now this QQ1, it is equals to LZ, and PP1, this is the PP1, it is equals to KZ. Done. Now it will be multiplied by OP. This is yours OP, it is equals to this OP, it is equals to LQ. Now put the value here. Now OQ we will write the same OQ. Now next one is take the two right angled triangles, that is KZL and LQR. Now next one is angle Q, it is equals to angle Z. This triangle and this triangle both are same. Now angle LRQ, it is equals to angle KLZ, that is alternate angles. Angle RLQ, it is equals to angle LKZ. This is also alternate angles. So two triangles are similar and the ratio of two triangle sides are also equal. Now LZ upon KZ, it is equals to RQ divided by LQ. Put RQ upon LQ for LZ upon KZ. LZ upon KZ. Now elasticity of supply, it is equals to LZ divided by KZ multiplied by LQ, this is yours LQ, divided by OQ. Now RQ, here yours RQ divided by LQ multiplied by LQ divided by OQ. Now after the simplification, LQ will cut, you will get RQ divided by OQ. Now RQ distance is greater than OQ distance, so the elasticity of supply, it is greater than unity. Now next one is show that the elasticity of supply of a straight line supply curve cutting the x-axis has been less than unit elasticity. The supply curve SS meet the x-axis at point R. Take 2 points on the supply curve L and K, which corresponds to OP and OP1 prices. Here elasticity of supply, it is equals to delta Q upon delta P multiplied by P upon Q. Now QQ1, here QQ1 divided by PP1 multiplied by OP divided by OQ. Now QQ1, it is equals to LZ and PP1, this is yours PP1, it is equals to KZ multiplied by LQ, this is equals to OP. Now in place of OP you can write LQ divided by OQ. Now take two triangles, that is KZL and LQR. Angle Q and angle Z both are equal, that is right angle triangle. Done. Now angle LRQ and it is equals to angle LKZ. Both are alternate angles. Now two triangles are similar and the ratio of two both sides are also equal. Now LZ, this is yours LZ divided by KZ, and in this triangle RQ divided by LQ. Now put the values, these both are equal. Now put the values in the formula, like here LZ divided by KZ. In place of delta Q upon delta P, we can write LZ upon KZ multiplied by P upon Q. It is equals to LQ upon OQ. Now after cutting, in place of LZ we can write RQ also, because LZ and RQ both are same. Now put the value of RQ divided by LQ multiplied by LQ upon OQ. Here in place of LQ I have written, in place of KZ I have written LQ, because KZ and LQ both are same, as these both the triangles are same. Now after the simplification we will get RQ upon OQ, as LQ and LQ will cut with each other. Now RQ distance is this one and OQ distance is this one. Now OQ is bigger than RQ. If the smaller value it is up and the bigger value it is below, means numerator is smaller and denominator is bigger, what does it means? That it is less than unit elastic. Answer will be in points. Since RQ distance is less than OQ distance, the elasticity of supply is less than unity. If the value of RQ it is 3 divided by 10, what will be the answer? 0.3. So it means that it is less than unit elastic, because the value it is less than 1. Students, hope you have understood the topic of elasticity of supply. Now it's time to note down the homework. Define the following terms with examples. First one is decrease in supply, tax, elasticity of supply. Second question is differentiate between expansion in supply curve and increase in supply curve. Next is contraction in supply curve and decrease in supply curve. Next question is explain the elasticity of supply with percentage method and geometric method. And students, please go through the links also for more clarity, and hope you all will complete your notes in your fair copy for better learning. Thank you for listening, students.